my god guys, Jimin was finally live on Weverse. The moment the notification popped up, the entire fandom seemed to hold its breath. It had been a while since we saw him go live, and today wasn't just any day, it was his day. October 13th, Jimin's birthday. The comments section exploded instantly, hearts flying, fans crying, and timelines overflowing with purple love. Everyone had been waiting for this. Jimin live, smiling, talking softly to us again. The world seemed a little brighter just because he showed up on screen. And honestly, how could it not? He looked breathtaking. His skin glowed even under the soft lighting, his eyes carried that gentle warmth only he has, and his voice, soft, calm, yet filled with affection, wrapped around us like a melody we never wanted to end. Our angel Jimin had turned 30. 30. Can you believe it? Time flies so fast. It feels like just yesterday he was that shy boy dancing in a small practice room, unsure if he'd ever debut. Yet here he was now, graceful, confident, radiant. Our baby Machi had grown into a man, but his soul, his heart, still carried the same kindness, the same quiet light that made us fall in love with him a decade ago. As the live went on, he thanked ARMY for their endless love, shared little stories, smiled shyly at the comments, and laughed softly whenever someone sent a funny message. But then, something happened. Something no one expected, yet everyone had secretly hoped for. Because that night, Jimin didn't just talk about his day or his birthday. He gave us something we'll never forget. A small story told so naturally that made every Jakook heart in the world skip a beat. It began innocently as fans asked him random questions. Someone mentioned dong. And even the way Jimin said the word was soft, almost teasing, the kind of tone that made everyone smile. His voice carried a warmth that instantly reminded fans of Jungkook. Then one fan asked if he could share a memory from his military service. He paused for a second as if diving into a sea of memories. And then he smiled, that kind of fond smile you wear when you remember something precious. He said that one weekend during their military training period, he and Jungkook decided to go running together to lose some weight. They put on their running shoes, got ready, and started jogging side by side through the quiet base. It was an ordinary moment, until it became something extraordinary. Because as they ran, Jimin shared that he had been listening to Sparkle, the beautiful Your Name OST. The same song that played during one of the most emotional scenes of the movie. The moment when two souls connected across time, try desperately to find each other again. Jimin laughed softly as he told the story. He said that when he first entered the military, his stamina wasn't bad. But over time, Jungkook's stamina had gotten much better. He trained hard, pushed himself, while Jimin, in his own words, was just messing around a little. So as they ran, the distance between them started to grow. Jungkook kept a steady pace, strong and focused, while Jimin tried to keep up, his breath sinking to the rhythm of Sparkle. He said it was tough, but he pushed through anyway. The image was so vivid that fans could almost see it. Two figures running together under the pale light of dawn, the sound of their shoes hitting the ground, the soft hum of a love song in Jimin's ears, and that quiet determination in both of their hearts to stay side by side, no matter what. Jimin spoke of it so warmly, so sincerely, that everyone could feel how much the memory meant to him. It wasn't just a simple military anecdote, it was a glimpse into something deeper. A connection built on years of shared laughter, quiet understanding, and unspoken care. Fans couldn't help but connect the dots. Because Sparkle wasn't just any song. Jungkook had used Your Name scenes in his GCF Tokyo video years ago. The very video that many fans believed captured his feelings for Jimin. In that video, Jungkook had also talked about hearing a bell when you meet your soulmate, a reference to the movie itself. And now, years later, Jimin revealed that he listened to the same song, during a moment that felt cinematic in its own right, running beside Jungkook in the military. It was as if time had come full circle. One used the movie to express his feelings in the past. The other unknowingly tied that same emotion to a real-life memory years later. Two halves of the same story connected by a single melody. Fans were in tears. The idea that Jimin and Jungkook shared that moment, running together while Sparkle played in the background, felt almost unreal. Like fate writing its own sequel. And then, as if to seal it, Jimin said softly that it felt like a movie. Those exact words. Like a movie. Just like Jungkook had once said about your name. It's moments like these that remind fans why they believe in Jikook. Not just as a ship, but as a bond that has weathered years, rumors, and distance. Their connection feels too deep, too natural to be coincidence. So to those who doubted, who spread lies, who said they were distant, Jimin didn't need to argue or explain. That one story, told with a smile and a spark in his eyes, said everything. It was his quiet way of saying we're still us. You could almost feel Jungkook's presence through the story. The way Jimin described him training hard, getting fitter, running ahead, it was filled with admiration, pride, and love. Not the loud kind that demands attention, but the soft, enduring kind that grows stronger in silence. Fans noticed how Jimin's expression changed as he spoke. His voice softened whenever he mentioned Jungkook. His eyes glowed with that gentle fondness we've seen countless times before. It wasn't about proving anything. It was about remembering something beautiful. And when you think about it, that's what Jakook has always been about. Moments that don't need to be loud to be real. Glances that say everything. Small gestures that carry entire stories. The fandom couldn't help but draw parallels again between your name's story of two souls connected across time and Jimin and Jungkook's journey over the years. How fate seemed to pull them together again and again, no matter the distance, no matter the circumstances. When Jimin said he listened to Sparkle while running, it felt like a sign. The lyrics of the song talk about meeting someone who changes your world, about the light that appears even in the darkest moments. And fans couldn't help but think, maybe that light has always been Jungkook for him. As the live continued, the comments section flooded with messages like, Jikook is real, this is destiny, Sparkle forever, and we're crying Jimin. But Jimin just laughed shyly, brushing his hair away and saying thank you with that sweet smile that could melt the world. Near the end of the live, he thanked everyone again for celebrating his 30th birthday. He said he was happy, grateful, and touched by the love ARMY had shown him all these years. And even though he didn't say Jungkook's name again, the echo of that story lingered. It was there in the way he smiled. It was there in the tone of his voice. It was there in every pause, every memory he chose to share. That's what made this live so unforgettable. It wasn't just a birthday live, it was a love letter in disguise. A quiet confession wrapped in laughter, nostalgia, and the melody of Sparkle. When the live ended, fans were left in tears, hearts full and glowing. Happy birthday, our angel, they wrote. Thank you for your light. Thank you for your heart. Thank you for reminding us that real love never fades. And as the night settled, one thought kept repeating in everyone's mind. Jimin and Jungkook's story isn't over. It never was. Still being written, in songs, in small gestures, in moments like this. Two souls running side by side. Two hearts connected by a song. And somewhere in the rhythm of Sparkle, love continues to live.